in and gone with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing. They will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Robert Quinn able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will start their initial drive at their own 20-yard line. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Let's go!
On the direct snap, this is Anderson. They'll run here with Kareem. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. It makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Bortles going to throw. Cruz has it over the middle. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away. The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man coverage in many cases. And in this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Rick Lesson never asked for play. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. C.J. Anderson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll run it out of the Wildcat. It's Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me in the back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Shane Vereen, 27 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Again, Newton. This is caught. Watkins. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Sammy Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Chris Conley. Look at the spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now Bortles, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's got Curse. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Bortles to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing it that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Crockett Gilmore as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes.
admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and amused from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for a youth to refuse to belong. No name nuisance, who's in a bedroom, who's in a brand new cuneiform. Barely commune with the horde, got a whole grayscale unglued.
Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock, boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
And a dog in a two-bedroom doing menial jobs, plus rhyming and stealing and being a cloud. Distractions, freedom, a rod. I left some years.
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot?
I should have been continuing a mission that was rooted in a 20-year affinity and rickety condition with an ID crisis. Snap on the front lawn, look up in the sky.
In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle? 2 words here: difference maker. That's what that pick right there is.
Down just to count your rings, just to count your rings, just to count your rings an hour.
Not too much surprise to see Green Bay players in high demand. Here's a chance for another Packer to come off the board. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front? Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
Hard to admit that I used to paint. Natural light on a human face, stenciled fire in his roommates.
And now's where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
Redo that, move that inward. Zinc white lightning shoots from his fingers. Studio strewn with illusion and tinctures. Stay tuned for the spooky adventures. You can imagine the stars that align when a forearm starts foreshortening right, or a torso hung on a warping spine in proportion. Reads as warm and alive. Routine day with a dirt cheap brush. Then a week goes by and it goes untouched.
Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me.
Seasons eager to fall. I left some work to bury alive. I let my means of being dissolved. I let my person curl up and die. Eating up as an urgent and feasible anxiety is brutally committed to relinquish.
One Philadelphia Eagle has already been taken in this draft. Could they double up and take another one here?
Shapes falling out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made coward.
The time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap.
Just to count your rings an hour. Colors pouring out of the fringe. All heart though we would have made cowardly kings. They will chop you down just to count your rings. Just to count your rings. Just to count your rings.
Call it Babe Ruth.